Small laundry list of things to do. Only got a few days to take care of it. Stay tuned, see what happens. So our plans got changed. What was originally going to be a 3-day camping trip locally, about 12 miles from the house, just turned into a possible trip to Tennessee, which is a little bit more than 12 miles. The travel trailer, it's not really ready for a trip like that. 12 miles down the road, sure, hook up, let's go. A few hundred miles, no. So the convenience list is now added to a maintenance list that needs to be done, which we do have 2 other long trips planned for this year. We've got one to Indiana and one to Michigan. This was stuff I was gonna have to do anyway, so I just have less time to do it. It is Friday, and if this Tennessee trip happens, it's going to be leaving on Friday. I don't have a whole lot of time. I need to find tires, so adjust the brakes, pack the bearings. The tail lights need replaced, and the awning out on the front of it needs replaced. We have a manual awning on this one and stopped being manual. It locked up at the end of last season. It's gonna be a fun one. Camping without an awning is no fun at all, especially if you're sitting out in the sun. So I'll show you what's going on here. Here's our trailer. It is a Summerlin by Springdale Keystone. It is a 26 footer. This canopy, which you see here, it's a roll up. And like I said, it's manual, 17 foot long. And there we go. You can see that little D-ring hook that's up in there. Yeah, right there. It's hooked to a strap that goes right up there. And then there's that little silver latch thing right there. That is what switches from pay it out to roll it up, if that makes sense. You flip the lever one way and it'll wind up. If you flip it the other way, then you can pull it out and it stays clicked out. Somehow something in there got confused last summer and it stopped doing anything. Here comes the fun part. The part number, it's inside the awning. It's either going to be on the fabric or it's going to be on the drum. Either way, I've got to figure out how to get this sucker out to where I can get to the bottom of it, get the part number, and hopefully put it back. If they can't get me a new awning within the next few days, I'm going to have to roll with this one, and I don't want to have holes in the side of the travel trailer. What I mean by holes, it bolts to the side of the vehicle. If you take the bolts out, you're gonna have a leak. Not good. We are at the back of the unit now, obviously. And the problem I have here with the taillights, that's where the license plate bolts onto. Obviously, there's nothing there. So I need to replace the taillights in order to replace the license plate bracket. I could just zip tie the license plate to the bumper. I'll do it if I have to, but I really don't want to. I picked some up the other day, but then they turned out to be too small once I got home. You know, if it's only this tall, well, see, I got bolt holes up here. If it's only like that, then I got holes and a water leak. Trailer tires are garbage. They are called ST tires. It's upside down, but you can see it right here. ST 205/75 R15. ST stands for special tire, and these are generally known as China bombs. If you Google China bomb, you'll see why they call them that. These things just explode for no reason. Now, these aren't quite as old as I thought. 10 of 17. I think I got them in 18. Again, ST tires just don't last long at all. So I need to see if I can't get these tires replaced in the next 4 or 5 days. One of the things I also need to do is this thing needs waxed bad. You can see the black streaks right here. Actually, you see the clean marks within the black streaks. I've already washed this thing and scrubbed it really good, but it still has some streaks on it. And what those streaks are is dirt from the roof. And then when it rains or you hose it down or whatever, all that dirt comes down off the top and it comes down on the sides and it stays on the sides. That's what's on the agenda for this weekend. I also need to unwinterize it, which I'll show you what that's all about. Don't judge, that happens over the winter. Water gets into the canopy and it doesn't come back out until you open it up, and that's what happens. It has to get cleaned every season a couple times. As you see, somehow I got this stupid thing to open, and here's what I was looking for. And now I get this thing to roll back up and I can get on the phone and see if I can get another awning. I keep on calling it a canopy. It's not a canopy. Canopies are much cheaper. Now here's a little something that we always do. We camp for our son for the best part. I mean, we enjoy it, but it's mostly for the kid, you know. Give him some good memories of childhood, all that good stuff. And this is something I saw online and I've started doing mostly for him. I kind of like it too, but hey, it's mostly for him. So check this out. So this is just a regular circuit breaker. Nothing special. And that is the trailer harness. You stick it, I'm only using one hand here, so you stick that in this one and this one. So the top two, you see that deal right there, the spline? You stick it in the top two, like this. So it's stuck in there like that. And it turns on all these lights. We're in the travel trailer. It is not a high-end, super awesome. Bacon makes everything better. True story. One of the things you have to do when you winterize these things is you have to get all the water out of the system, out of all the pipes, and then you got to replace it all with antifreeze. Some people will blow it all out with compressed air, but all it takes is a drop of water in the wrong place and you have a broken fixture, like on the sink, the faucets. I find it easier just to fill everything up with antifreeze. It's food grade antifreeze, it's non-toxic. It just tastes funny. You bleach, you rinse it out with bleach water and everything's good. But in order to do that, you have to bypass the water heater, which this is the water heater. And as the colors imply, the cold water comes in, it goes into the water heater, comes out up here as hot water, and it goes out to your hot water faucets. So by bypassing this right here, this lever, when you close this, water no longer goes in here. You drain it from the front and the water now comes, it just bypasses here. It comes in, it goes up, it goes over and back out. There's a check valve right here to prevent water from going in this way. So, you know, water can come out, but it can't go in. All you gotta do is just flip this one valve and it's all good. And what that does is that makes it to where you don't have to fill this thing up with 5 gallons of antifreeze. It's 5 gallons worth of antifreeze you don't need to buy. To unwinterize it, I've already drained all the antifreeze out. I've already rinsed it. Then I put bleach in the water, filled up the holding tank, put bleach in it, and then turned on every faucet until you smell bleach. Then you turn off each one of those faucets and let it sit for 24 hours. And what that does is that any taste that sticks to the plastic, I don't want to say leaches, but if it sticks to the plastic, The bleach gets rid of it. It also kills any bacteria and what have you. Now that I've already sanitized everything with the bleach, I've drained that tank again. I rinsed it, I bleached it, set for 24 hours, and then drained it. So now everything's clean, right? All I gotta do is open that back up. So now the valve has this closed off. The bypass, it's now closed off. So now the cold water is gonna come in and straight into the bottom of the water heater and come out through that check valve as hot water once this is filled up and I turn on the gas. There's my camper to-do list. All that this weekend. Tires, tail lights, awning, brakes and bearings, adjust the weight distribution hitch. I'll go over that with you guys later. Hopefully I'm going to wax it. I need to lube the hitch. I need to unbypass the water heater. We just did that. I just brought out the crappy vacuum cleaner. It's going to stay out here, battery powered, and clean it out. It does still need cleaned out, but that may wait until we get to Tennessee. Like I said, it looks cooler at night.
The next day.
Wax on, right hand. Wax off, left hand. Wax on, wax off. Breathe in through nose.
This place is great. Specialty Outdoors in London, Ohio. They have a couple other stores out there somewhere. I can't remember where. Look at all those campers for sale. They have 100,000 square foot showroom floor. They'll have a whole catalog of stuff on the shelves. If they don't have it, they can get it. And then you can sit here and look at all these trailers while it's raining or while it's too hot. This place is great. And I know what you're thinking. You're sitting there wondering. I was wondering the same thing too. And yes, they have a gong. And here's the update. Looks like I may end up having to zip tie that license plate to the bumper. Just like I hoped I wouldn't. They didn't have any taillights that were big enough to cover the hole where the old taillights went. But they did have the exact same taillights. Unfortunately, they didn't have the side that has the license plate frames. They had to order it. They said it will take 3 to 5 days to order it to get in, and that starts on Monday. So that means anywhere between Wednesday and Friday. I hope to be out of town on Friday. So, it's going to get zip tied to the bumper, most likely. And when I get back, I'll have the correct parts. So, is that a win or is it a fail? I'm getting the correct parts, but I still have to zip tie the license plate on. I think that's a fail win.
Or is it a win fail?
Okay, we're back from the parts store and the other parts store and the other parts store and the Walmart and eating lunch. I'm gonna start in here now. Got the eye in the sky right up there. And not a whole lot of room. Had to go with a different type of wax. Who does not have turtle wax? I thought that was like the standard, but here we go. Meguiar's, it's another quality brand. Probably better than turtle wax anyways. So here we go. I'm not sure if I did this earlier before it got waxed, but this is amazing. The shine on this sucker. I mean, it's still not completely clean. You can still see, let's see right here. Yeah, you can see a little bit right there. There's still some black streaks on it. Now they're waxed over. But this sucker has never shined like this since the day we got it. I've waxed bits and pieces here and there, but I've never waxed the entire rig before. As it stands right now, all I have left is where the sun's shining on the corner over the slide, and that's all I have left to do. I know. Kind of stupid, but I'm really excited about it. It looks great. I've gotten questions about this one. This is my detail card. Keep all this stuff down here on the bottom. That's a buffer in there. Actually, it's an orbital polishing tool. Smock, more rags, garbage, duster, all this cool stuff. Then, yeah, phone mount, and more stuff up in here. Work a lot better if I had a more traditional driveway, but nonetheless, it still rolls around out here fine. I had the extra cart from when I used to turn wrenches professionally. I have this one and the one that I actually have tools on. So I had the extra cart, figured what the heck. It does make things a little bit easier though. This is sad and depressing, but hey, I've got taillights. No license plate bracket, zip tie and baling wire for the win. Okay, here's one other thing that crossed my mind. Something that's been bothering me for years on this camper. I figured I would fix it now since I'm in that mode. And I've actually got a couple extra seconds. A baseball game was canceled today. What is today? Today's Wednesday. Just got the tires mounted, installed. Beauty rings, no moon discs. You'll see here. The problem I hate, the bottom panel here. It sounds like crap. It sounds chintzy. It sounds craptastic. It's just lame. And it makes all kinds of noise every time you shut the door. What I'm going to do, you see, there's a little kick panel and it's loose. It rattles around inside of its channel. So what I'm gonna do is you make it stay in place. Quick, easy, nothing. This is just your regular old run-of-the-mill household silicone. It's also about 4 or 5 years old. There's a big old clot in here that I'm trying to fight. Probably gonna throw it away after this. No, I'm not. Yeah, I'm throwing it away. So it was a total win. A free fix, considering I've had that stuff around for as long as I have. Otherwise, call it a $5 fix, whatever. Quick, cheap, easy. This will give it a more of a solid sound, and more than anything, it just won't draw attention to itself as sounding bad. It'll just sound right. And here's proof that it worked, and also proof that I failed. Bottom of the storm door, right? That's where it worked, but here's where I failed. Pay attention to detail, dummy. Isn't that about right? Getting ready to roll out, go camping, and it's raining. That's right. We made it. Looks like I got everything done in time. Took the day off today, Friday, to finish getting everything loaded up and ready to go. I got everything done that I could get done, and then a couple other things. I'm pretty sure I got everything done except for the awning, which is going to take about 4 weeks to show up, and the brake light, tail light, and the tail light, which again I'm waiting on parts. It's probably going to show up today, probably right after I leave town even. But like you saw earlier, I zip tied it in mechanics wire, and I got that license plate hung up. So good enough for now. I'm not proud of it, but it makes me legal. It's better than getting pulled over for not having a plate, right? As you see, it is raining, and I'm loading things up and hooking up and getting ready to roll. So we made it. We did it. Now let's see how far we make it out of town. Anything can happen, right? I just hope all this shit clears up. Not fun. I hate towing in the rain. Just like they always say, like, subscribe, share with your friends, smash that bell icon, and we'll see you next time.